Hey, did you know that God is a jealous God? Why is that? Why is God so jealous? Stay tuned. We're going to talk about it. God bless you on this morning. Thank you for joining me on Morning Nuggets. This is Pastor Nate. God is a jealous God. Yes, friend. He is jealous. God is a jealous God. Now, in Exodus 20:5, it specifically says that I am a jealous God. That's what God was saying to his people. He is a jealous God. And it's not the kind of jealous that we deal with over material things. Like if you have a nicer car or a nicer house or whatever the case is in terms of material things, he's not concerned about that. But he's jealous when you break the covenant relationship and you go after other gods, or you put other things before God, the creator, the one who gave you life, the one who, woke you up this morning, the one who just does all these things and gives you all these blessings, and people still have the nerve to spit in his face or slap God in the face, so to speak, by running after other things and deeming them more important than God. That's why God is a jealous God. Friend, are you making God jealous? Are you running around on God, so to speak? It's like being in a marriage and committing adultery. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because one of the Smart Show supporters asked me to talk about Jose. And what I'm talking about leads me into God taking action because of his jealousy. Yes, and that's in the book of Hosea. Now, there are many instances in the Bible where God punished people, or had the prophets to prophesy gloom and doom because the people went astray, or the people worshiped Baal or went after other gods. But in this particular instance in Hosea, God actually punished Israel because they went a whoring. And then he made an analogy. He talks about a woman. In fact, he told Hosea to marry a prostitute. Yes, that's in Hosea chapter 1. God told Hosea, I want you to go out and marry a promiscuous woman, a woman who runs around and have sex with everybody. I want you to marry that person. Now, you would think that's strange. Why would God tell him to marry somebody who's running around? From the onset, that person is not going to be faithful in the relationship. I don't know why, because I'm still reading it, but as a prophet, sometimes prophets, when they prophesy and speak thus saith the Lord, a lot of times they feel what God feels. And, my conclusion was God wanted him to feel what it feels like to be unfaithful, so that he could prophesy in a manner, so he can feel what God was feeling when he was talking to the people. That's my conclusion at this point. Now, that might change. The Bible didn't tell us as to why. I hadn't read it so far, but that's what I can think of. But God told him to marry a prostitute. In fact, he said have children with them. And when you have children, these are the names I want you to give the children. And the names were associated with punishment, folks. Yes, that's right. Name this person this one. Name this boy this, because I'm going to snatch the kingdom away. Name this girl this, because this represent I will have no mercy. So actually Hosea felt that in his relationship with his family. Yes, God imposed that on him in his relationship. God instructed him who to marry and what to do because of the wickedness of Israel. And it was like a metaphor, the wife, Hosea's unfaithful wife, as it relates to Israel, the nation of Israel being unfaithful to God. They went after other gods, and God was jealous. God said, look, you're not even called my children. I'm not even your God. You're not even my people. That's just how angry God was with Israel. And then in another instance, this is all in chapter 1 here. He said, I'm just paraphrasing. He said, I will no longer have mercy on you. Yes, he said all of that because the people went a whoring, just like a woman or a man that goes outside of the marriage and commits adultery. Friend, are we running around on God? Have we established a covenant with God? And did we break a covenant because something else or someone else came in the picture and we spent more time with that thing or that person more than we do God? Oh boy, let's think about it. So yes, God, he took action because he was a jealous God. In fact, in chapter 2, it goes on to say that God will punish the children because of the mom's whorish ways. So not only, if we could just take this to the family, not only when you go outside of the marriage and commit adultery, it can destroy your marriage, but can also affect your children. You see how children are when their parents are divorced for whatever reason. They start acting out, or they get depressed. It really affects them. So your actions don't only affect you, but it affects your family. Yes. So God, he really took that very serious, y'all, committing adultery. Now, one thing about it, let's take it a step further. Let's go in our personal life. Let's ask ourselves, anything that we put before God and is considered a God. Friend, I try to keep God in everything I do. Whenever I get extra money, what ministry can I give to? Who can I help? Always thinking about God. Wherever I go, I'm always going to say something about him. He's going to be the center of who I am, my conversation. I'm not going to commit adultery on God. I'm not going to make God feel like he's less than, he's not enough. No, he's included in everything. He woke me up this morning. So, woo, everywhere I go, everything I do, even on this platform, that's why I'm on this platform, because I'm going to lift up his name. I'm not going to get involved in the mess and tear folks down and call names and do all this roasting and gagging. No. I'm here to lift him up. Because he's the most important thing in my life. If somebody wakes me up every morning and somebody died on the cross and shed his blood for me and was whipped and beaten for me and gave me life and health and strength and continues to do miracles, y'all, I'm getting ready to have a conniption. Woo! You think I'm not going to talk about him? The devil is a liar. You better get up out of here, devil. Oh, yes, friend. Pastor Nate ain't going to turn his back on the Lord. No. And not only am I going to turn my back on it, every day in my conversation, you're going to hear me say something about him. Now, they can call me holy roller. They can call me a fanatic, all they want to. But like I say, I know who blessed me. I know who put money in my pocket. I know who gave me life, health, and strength. Ooh, God, thank you. I know. Y'all, I'm getting excited. I'm about to go into another language. Ooh, y'all, look, I'm going to have to talk to y'all about speaking in tongues, because I think I'm trying to consider you all, because I don't know how you feel about it, but there's sometimes I'm going to have to go in tongues. I'm just going to let you know. And I almost went there just then, but I'm just letting you know. I'm just preparing you. Pastor Nate's going to start talking in tongues. So let me know if you believe in tongues or not. I mean, not that it makes any difference, but y'all, the way I feel, I get so excited sometimes. And of course, I'll talk about tongues one day. I'll explain what it is and everything. So a lot of people don't have understanding about it, but I'll talk about, but I'm going to be speaking in tongues sometimes. Okay. So I just want you to know that. But yeah, God don't have to worry about me, because I love him. Oh yeah, I love that man, and hopefully you can tell it, because I'm gonna talk about him every day, because he is so good. When somebody can die on the cross for you and shed blood and keep you from going to a burning hell, and bless you and give you mercy, things you don't even deserve. When I messed up and made a mess, he still loved me and still blessed me in spite of. He looked beyond my faults and saw me. Y'all remember that song? He looked beyond all of my faults and he saw my needs. Yes, he did all that and much more. Friend, let me tell you, I better end this live, because I'm getting ready to have a fit in the meantime, in between time. If you run around on God, stop committing adultery and commit to Him. God wants your commitment. Be at peace and not in pieces. Till next time, my friend.